Alright, Dragon, let's go. Welcome back, by the way.
Sorry, Edgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble.
Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours.
Okay. Oh, I'm not interrupting anything, pals! Oh, there I am! I'll come back later. Wait! Detective Gumshoe! What is it?
Don't come back here with them puppy
You got a
eyes.
lot of nerve, pal! Making a detective run around all around while on duty? And stop it off, you call me here. I've seen out here people at funerals.
Why are we repeating dialogue?
I take it Lambert's having you on errands again? Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, trust me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial.
Oh, look at the little ducky!
Evidence law? Andrews was talking about this just the other day. Jim Prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? Yeah, pal. You said if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book. Him. So, give this book a thorough read. Doesn't look like that book will do you any good now, though, pal. All it's have now is the chief prosecutor's sentence. That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh?
Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat? Despite all these allegations being thrown at me. The worst of all being...
Mr. Edgeworth!
Gumshoe, I'm not gay for you, for goodness sake, if that's what you're thinking. The real trial today hasn't begun yet.
What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's been all but ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found out she unwittingly caused a man's death. And now, you're telling me you want to do more? You gotta be kidding me, pal. You're missing the point, detective. Also, back off. Edgeworth's mine. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there.
He's heavy breathing at this shit. He's just like... I gotta get out there. Gotta kill. I'll kill. Jesus Christ. Gotta detect. Shit.
What? And we're going to expose him no matter what it takes.
Please don't expose Gant.
This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end.
That's the look of a man who unfortunately saw Gant exposed at the swimming pool. Probably got drunk and decided to have a dip in the nud.
In his birthday suit.
Yeah, skinny dip. It probably was his birthday, to be honest. Just, yes. Edgeworth! Worthy, my boy! What do you think of this? Ah! Oh, God!
Phoenix is better!
God exactly, is what he probably would say. Gant. Edgeworth's reaction, oh God, him, God exactly. We're having... let's get back to court.
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Scott. Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
The Inquiry Committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the news, Your Honor.
Yes, well,
I think he's surprised with how nonchalant Edward...
normally this is where the prosecution calls for the witness, but, this isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Mr. Edgeworth, may have,
struck a bargain. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses?
I didn't say that! It's just, you see, everyone has been talking, and...
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
A solution?
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses.
What? Well, there's no precedent for what you're proposing.
Undeniably, this is an unusual relationship. Arrangement. But a very effective one. Shit. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accept the prosecution's proposal. Oh God.
Yes, I will marry you.
That's what I was thinking. Just, you can imagine they say it that way.
Yes.
The prosecution has a proposal for the defense.
Marriage.
Marriage. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal.
And then they have furious sex.
I need to throw another straw at you.
No.
Then it's settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness.
Mr. Wright? You do realise this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over.
Defense calls. Time's finally come to bring out the real murderer.
Goodman.
Goodman?
This is the trial that we're doing in the end. Goodman's the real murderer of Goodman. That's what I mean.
Thank you. Good lord.
Not
Gant.
bring out Goodman! Jesus, he's dead!
Gant.
Yeah, bring out Gant. I now will be the judge.
Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand.
Damon Gant? What does he have to do with anything?
As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it.
As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honour? True. True. True indeed. Well, did you like the Yoda while he nodded? True it is.
Yoda, he is not.
No, Yoda's like just a crazy, wise hermit.
Yoda, he is not. Yoda has brain cells. Ajit does not.
No, he does not. He sometimes has a brain cell, but then he
Loses
miraculously
it.
loses it. It's just like,
It's not
Oh!
his turn for the brain cell.
oh, I see, I understand this perfectly. It's this, isn't it? Yes, it is, G. And then the next bit is, I don't understand, I don't know.
Like you
I
said,
nearly said hemorrhoids, so I'm like, how is that going to stop him?
That's gross. That's gross.
That's a gross one. Oh, yes, my hemorrhoids. You must understand, Mia, you are amazing, but oh god, the hemorrhoids again. Oh god! Ah, toilet! Sorry. Why did I do this? Oh, and the worst part is we have to get to the third game before you ever understand my hemorrhoid jokes with him fully, because he does say that. Oh, my hemorrhoids! Alright, bailiff, please escort Mr. Gant to the stand. I nearly said stage. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
What's this? Some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch.
Your name and occupation, sir. Oh god, he's struggling again.
Worthy, are you sure you want to do this?
Your name and occupation.
So, you want to play hardball, eh?
Please, Mr. Gant.
Fine. My name is Damon Gant, and I'm the acting chief of police. I'm sorry, excuse me.
Acting? So you're not chief of police? I don't... Acting usually means that you're taking the place of someone else.
While they're away.
Hmm.
Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto, what's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered their prosecutor?
So you're aware of it?
Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There's still some things unaccounted for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all of this. So, either you're very brave, or very foolish. You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Sure. Take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What? Is that true?
I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify.
I'm gonna... Oops. I'll look at the book when I get the chance, because otherwise I'm not gonna...
No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Okay.
That's, I think, why we can't present the handprint, because it's not relevant to Goodwin's murder, because if you presented it, Gant, being Gant, would be like, well, that's not relevant to the current trial, you have to find a link. Which is what he did before when he was saying, like, oh, well, I can't tell you who died at the police department unless you're able to, like, prove a link. And it was like, oh, well, that's the same ID number as the guy who died on our thing. Righto, you are correct! Now I can talk about everything. Yes, Goodman died on our turf, and we don't understand how. Well, he died over on that turf. Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks.
Don't worry. I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you.
Very well. The witness may now begin his testimony. The SL9 incident. Go, Ganty.
As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
Is that when Dark was arrested?
Him? He was lying on the floor unconscious. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Dark bumped his head.
I see. Everything seems pretty clear cut.
It's not. If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I'd better hit him hard and fast. One thing is bugging me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That one.
Then press it.
Can you see why it's bugging me?
Yeah. So press it.
So the two of you ran immediately after him, right? That's right. But Dark made it to the elevator first. So your lives split up. He went upstairs, I went downstairs. I guess you could say he got lucky.
What's this about a power outage?
Oh, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden, and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neo was when that knife went into his heart, though.
Oh my god, why are you smiling when talking about this?
That's not funny.
No, it's not. Well, the only thing we really have at the minute that's been relevant to the case is the jar. We found a piece of the jar in Gant's safe, so when he says he had nothing to do with the forgery, I suppose we could present that there. Because it was found in his safe.
Sure, press that.
If you want.
How can you know that? Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved.
So that means you found the body near Lana's desk?
That's right. I think you said earlier, it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor. Yes. Anyway. This one is pretty quiet. Present or press?
Present. I'd present it because why would he be hiding that in his safe?
Oh. Right. Good. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that is a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this jar, for example.
That's the blue badger you showed us earlier.
A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. Not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk.
It was found where?
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation.
Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this?
Oh, here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery? Who, me? Or do you mean you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto? So the bastard's now accusing us of planting it.
Yep.
Thank you, Edward.
However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation.
Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. What? Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work.
Yes, well, in light of the detective's present, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene.
My. Kids these days no longer know how to put 2 and 2 together.
Evidence and forgery.
Let's see, what was it now? A jar fragment and a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way.
Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor?
When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol.
You do understand that I'm the chief of police, right? There will be consequences. Oh. Indeed. I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again.
My apologies, Chief. Would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know.
Alright, Archie. In return, though...
I know. That place, right?
Huh? What are these guys, telepathic?
Well, there's already something that you can say.
Hmm?
Well, you remember saying before that, he and Lana were the only people that came out good after that, and he said there was nothing in it for him.
Yeah.
He got his position as chief.
Exactly.
We should press that one.
That one?
Yeah.
Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there is one very large benefit you've reaped from all of this. Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? That would, of course, be the position you have. Chief of Police?
Oh.
The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive. Oh, that's a good one. Do you really think I'm that incompetent? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of the SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. Is that true, Edgeworth?
Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway.
Ah! Be careful when pointing that finger, or you might wind up being the one pointed at.
So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else.
Control of.
Oh, for God's sake, it's going quiet again.
Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open now. Gee, would you mind if I changed my testimony a little?
By all means, please do. Okay.
I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me.
Press.
Nothing in it for you? Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again.
You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone.
Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised.
You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though.
That's a good one, Worthy. There have been something for him. Even his selfishness with you up so now. True, you might not help out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone.
Mr. Wright, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand.
That's not what I mean.
Very well then. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence? Lana.
Take that!
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky? The defendant?
I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? As for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to.
You hear rustling dragons getting oranges.
That reason, of course, is self-profit.
Self-profit? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed Chief Prosecutor at the Prosecutor's Office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant.
But how would he profit from all of this? He would be able to use the Chief Prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that despite the Chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets?
Oh my good God, Udgy!
Ah! Oh, wait. You must mean puppet, as in someone forced to do his bidding. Never mind.
Admit it, Chief. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive, to appoint her as Chief Prosecutor so you could control her. Righto, boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I control Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana? She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant.
I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless that is also what happened in this incident. This incident? Which one would that be? Of course I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The Chief Prosecutor has been acting strangely throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her.
Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt.
Just what do you mean?
What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, but the Chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement.
What? Order! 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 I said order! Mr. Wright, you can't be serious.
Huh?
This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of the police of blackmail and murder. That's impossible.
No, it's not. Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language.
It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now.
It looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this.
Can you prove this, Mr. Wright? The chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder.
Yes. Good question.
Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell.
Yes.
I see. Alright then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good. Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman. Get that list.
That one.
Bam. This is the ID card list.
Yes. The one that shows us who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 7777777. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number.
What? How do you know that?
The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code.
7 digits? You don't mean...
I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 7777777. Yes, I just counted that.
That's fine.
The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Oh, good, for finally seeing a different side. Oh boy. I like it.
Order! Order! Chief Gant, what do you have to say?
Nothing. The defense's search of my office was a violation of regulations.
And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Chief Gant, so you admit it? You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime?
What about it? I'm chief of police. Whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom, what's the difference? I can go anywhere I want.
Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone?
I always go to the bathroom alone, as I always do, as do I do with the evidence room. Liar. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Oh, of course not! Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days. You hadn't seen him in days, Chief Gant? I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting? In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence, and you only. Show me proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime.
Fine.
Missing report.
That one.
Yeah.
Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime.
Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it.
So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to have given that report to the Chief of Police. Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it? How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
You needed to?
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Oh.
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him? There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next. I, the Chief of Police, murdered poor Goodman? Oh, very good guess. Exactly.
But wait! The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card.
Yes. Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort.
Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was used only once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you'd really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body.
No! Oh my god!
He got struck by lightning.
Jesus Christ.
Chief Gant, you didn't!
The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course.
You're forgetting, Mr. Wright. The victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office's parking lot. How did you manage to move it there?
I was at the police department the entire day,
And everyone is aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony.
Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. All this time, I've got to use this useless glue, just taking up space. Screwdriver.
Yep. How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence.
To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this.
Screwdriver, and I bet the judge is going to have some dumb response to it. Did that help?
This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body.
What's that? A screwdriver? But what does that have to do with this case?
Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What is the screwdriver doing here?
It's here because... Ah! After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office.
But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to.
You mean I...
Body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car.
Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Yeah, we figured that out earlier on.
That's the only logical way. Yes, unless of course you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye.
Order! 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 What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations?
From who?
Gant, he's not said anything yet.
True. He can't say anything. Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. There was not a photo of the body being stuffed. Sorry, this was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite.
It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please say something.
Say something to your dear Auntie.
Please. We will never be able to go swimming again if you don't.
I believe your time's up. I'm sorry, what?
My time's up?
Dear.
Yeah, he's going to pull out a gun and shoot you for being an incompetent judge.
Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. Hang on. We have to get going if we're going to make it in time for the early bird special.
Oh yeah, he is an old man, unfortunately. Of course he's into the early bird special. That's usually like a deal done for old people.
But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons like the right to refuse to testify.
He's invoking that now. What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
It's like what?
Well, people obviously think about the reasons why he's not. So you're going to just run away after all this?
Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. Well, You think I had allowed to dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with.
I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. David Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Mr. Wright?
Your Honor!
Do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Guy dispose of his body?
Do I have any concrete proof?
We don't. Nothing concrete that ties Gant to everything.
So I have to say I have no proof yet.
Oh, we don't have proof, do we? We have nothing. And even the evidence law stuff, we can't present certain things because it's not relevant and we don't have concrete proof at all. All of it is circumstantial. It's all circumstantial. In a sense, the only concrete proof for Lana is the photo.
So now,
We have no proof.
it's not even showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence. See, Aji?
In that case, this court is forced to penalise you for your allegations against the chief.
What? Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Righto. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Edgy. I'll leave the rest to you.
I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to the senior... This is an affront to a senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency.
What?
Lady Luck. Maybe we should have a word with her. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honour of hearing her testimony.
A lady who knows the truth. Another witness.
In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony.
But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify.
There's still someone else, one more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room.
Lana.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person? Why are you asking me, Your Honour? Have you forgotten? The defence is the one calling the witnesses today. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist?
To tell the truth, we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honour. The defence calls forth Lana.
Yep. The defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task, to dispose of the victim's body. In accordance with a certain someone's orders.
Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has no objections, Your Honour. Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in Hold on. Huh? Oh, sorry. He had a very good impression of Lana. Go ahead.
Why would I go ahead?
Oh, right, yeah. Chief Gant, I thought you were going to go eat.
Listen good, Father. Speaking to Lana. I don't think you need to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. Ah! This isn't good. Of course, you'd never support such outrageous claims anyway. Right. Just something to think about. Alright then. I've got a lunch date to meet.
Oh, come on. Anyone with eyes can see he's coercing her. Okay, if there aren't any further objections, I didn't see a thing there. Nope. This court is now in recess.
Lana's got to... That's a face, Edgeworth.
Yep.
God.
Looks like we managed to stay in the game.
Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. Ah, Chief, here's something else, eh, pals? Why are you always here? Fuck off!
He's third wheeling. He wants to get in on the action.
No, absolutely not. Detective Gumshoe! Hi! I'm not a detective anymore. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I've already decided where to work now. At your office. My office? Sure. I'll take the place of that top naughty girl you used to work with. You mean Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Chief Gant's done it again. How is he? He always gets the upper hand. It's not fair. It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify.
Settle down, right. Remember what the judge said.
he mean by that?
It's simple. If the chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything too? Oh, hi. You're doing an impression of your sister.
Emma, are you okay?
Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery.
So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before.
No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I always feel somehow relieved.
Relieved?
Yeah, now I finally know what really happened. To think all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible man. And she did it all just to protect me. Ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her.
What do you mean?
What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shut herself up deep inside. To force herself to do anything and everything the chief told her to do.
That must be why she became so cold.
It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall.
Hey, don't go blaming yourself now! You don't want to blame anyone. Blame society, pal.
Chief Gant may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery. But he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armour.
I see. Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act. Emma, why don't you wait here?
No, I'm going with you. I want to be there when Lana tells the truth. Let's go, right? It's time to end this. This will finish quickly.
Really?
I'm sorry. Right, okay. I guess we are going to be finished this game off on a nice round 30. Because I don't know how long this next part's going to take.
Okay.
And we're nearly hitting an hour anyway. And I think it's a better idea that we follow what we've been doing so far and trying to keep it as a part per episode. Apart from obviously these fucking investigations when they take too fucking long.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to leave a like and a comment in the comments section down below. I don't know why I paused there. I think I thought I was saying something wrong. And subscribe to see the final episode. Kraken.
If you like what you've seen, please consider subscribing to our Patreon, becoming one of our lovely beings today. If, however, that is too expensive for you at this time, please consider a one-off donation on our Ko-fi. Help support T-Wench today.
Please do.
For now, though,
Lime out.
Dragon out.
Taking my place first. It's lime and dragon, not dragon and lime.
I'll throw orange peel at you in a minute.